Some stories linger in the dark, whispered through the cracks of forgotten places, tales of things unseen, of forces that defy reason. The final rite is one such story. The night was unnaturally still, as if the world itself held its breath. Father Elias Grayson stood at the wrought iron gates of the Bellamy estate, clutching his leather-bound Bible and a flask of holy water. The letter had come 2 days prior, written in erratic, jagged script. Asterisk Father Grayson, please. My daughter, she is not my daughter anymore. Asterisk. Beyond the gate, the house loomed, its windows like vacant eyes, the ivy that clawed up its walls swaying though there was no wind. The girl's mother, Eleanor Bellamy, met him at the threshold, her face gaunt and streaked with the remnants of sleepless nights. She's upstairs, she whispered. Elias followed her through a dimly lit corridor, every wooden plank beneath his feet groaning as though protesting his presence. The air smelled of old paper and something fouler beneath it, coppery, like blood. The bedroom door was bolted from the outside. Eleanor's fingers trembled as she undid the lock. She hasn't eaten in 3 days, she murmured. She speaks in voices not her own. Elias inhaled deeply and pushed open the door. The room was dark, save for a single candle on the nightstand, its flame shivering in an unseen draft. The girl, Madeline, sat hunched on the bed, her knees drawn to her chest, long black hair hanging like a curtain over her face. Madeline. Elias spoke gently. The candle flickered violently. The girl lifted her head, and Elias felt his stomach clench. Her eyes, once a soft green, were an inky black, reflecting the candle's light like twin obsidian mirrors. A slow, unnatural smile curled her lips. "You're too late," she crooned, though her mouth barely moved. Elias opened his Bible. "I am here to help you, child." A deep, guttural laugh erupted from her throat, an inhuman vibration that made Eleanor clutch the doorway for support. "Help? There is no helping," the thing inside her hissed. "She belongs to us now." Elias splashed holy water toward her. The droplets sizzled on her skin, and she shrieked, the sound splitting the air like shattered glass. The candle's flame roared 3 feet high before vanishing altogether, plunging the room into darkness. "By the authority of Christ, I command you to reveal yourself," Elias bellowed. The shadows themselves seemed to breathe. Madeline convulsed, her body writhing in ways no human frame should. A second voice, low, hoarse, joined hers. Asterisk, she is ours. She has always been ours. Asterisk. The air grew thick with the scent of rot. The walls shuddered as a crack splintered across the ceiling, dust raining down like dead skin. Elias tightened his grip on the crucifix. "You will leave this child?" Madeline let out a strangled, choked laugh. "And if I don't?" Then, without warning, she lunged. Faster than should be possible, she closed the distance between them. Elias barely had time to raise the crucifix before her hands clawed at his throat. He gasped as something cold and unseen slithered across his skin, a whisper at the edge of his mind. "Let us in." Elias staggered back, heart hammering. The candle relit itself, its glow now an eerie, unholy red. Madeline's body jerked, spasms racking her thin frame. Then, her lips curled in a grotesque smile, and Elias understood. It wasn't just one. There were many. "You can't have her." His voice was steady, but his grip on the Bible trembled. "In the name of the Lord, I cast you out." Madeline's body was flung backward, her spine bending in an unnatural arc before she collapsed in a heap. The air was filled with guttural screeches, layered voices speaking in tongues. The floorboards buckled beneath them. The house itself was reacting. Elias stepped forward, pressing the crucifix to her forehead. Her skin smoked, and her screams turned from rage to agony. The room darkened further, shadows slithering up the walls like ink. Then, the voice changed. It became smaller. "Father." Elias hesitated. The eyes that met his were no longer black pits, but Madeline's own, glistening with tears. "Please," she whimpered. "It hurts." His breath hitched. Was it a trick? Or was she truly surfacing? He faltered for half a second, enough for her to move. With inhuman speed, she seized the crucifix and plunged it into her own throat. Blood gushed from the wound as Madeline collapsed, her body convulsing once before going still. Eleanor screamed, rushing forward, but Elias caught her, holding her back. Then, the whisper came. Low. Hissing. It slithered from the shadows, curling around them like smoke. You were warned, Father. Elias turned, heart pounding. The room had gone silent. The house no longer shook. Madeline lay limp in her mother's arms, her face pale, peaceful. But something was wrong. The shadows no longer moved. The candle was out. The air was cold. Too cold. Elias stepped back, his breath visible. Then, from the corner of the room, a shape shifted. Something dark, too tall, too thin. Eyes like burning embers. Watching. Madeline's lips parted slightly. From within her throat, in a voice that was not hers, it whispered. We never left. See you on our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to Whispers of the Weird for more interesting stories.